Vsauce! Michael here. Wait, what? Not even funny. Okay. Computex is a place where we're used to seeing lots of interesting prototypes, but when it comes from a major player like Intel, it's bound to turn a few heads. And that's exactly what's happening this week with Intel's new concept laptop. The most interesting thing about this new laptop is a secondary 12.5-inch screen where the hinge would be on a more traditional laptop. Its design gives users quite a bit of flexibility with how to angle the screens relative to each other. Not only would this secondary screen be a nice add-on for basic tasks like gaming and productivity, but the fact that the main screen can be boosted up to eye level could be a welcome addition for folks who are tired of hunching over to look at a tiny laptop monitor. No word yet on pricing or when it might hit the market, but it could be a great complement to a foldable phone. If you never get tired of folding things, like fitted sheets. You're never done folding a fitted sheet. I hate those. Huawei phones have effectively been banned from US cellular networks, but the Chinese phone giant isn't going down without a fight. The company has filed suit asking a federal court to declare the ban unconstitutional. The legal arguments involved center around the idea that the company was not given due process, as the ban took effect after Huawei was specifically mentioned and banned in a 2019 law passed by Congress. Huawei is asking for summary judgment, which means it's trying to get the court to invalidate the law right away and get back onto US networks. Though a hearing isn't scheduled until September, and a separate ban on US companies doing business with Huawei would still remain. But there's no such ban here in Canada. Although Microsoft has previously said that Windows 10 would be the last version of Windows, it sounds like they might have another operating system in the works, based on some comments a Microsoft VP made at Computex. Apparently, this new OS will be centered around more seamless connections, including constant updates and stricter default security, which makes it seem like Microsoft might be taking a similar approach to its new PC operating system as you might see on something like a smartphone. Although none of these things sound all that dissimilar from what Microsoft brought to the table with Windows 10, it does appear that this will be a totally new OS instead of a scaled-back version of what we currently have. It's also unclear when it'll come out or even when we'll get an official announcement, so enjoy the last version of Windows while you can. Now it's time for a quick bit, brought to you by Eero. Dead spots, slow spots, and buffering can make home Wi-Fi suck. But it doesn't have to suck. Eero allows you to build a custom Wi-Fi network that's perfectly tailored to your home, giving you fast, reliable internet whether you're in the living room or the basement. Plus, the new second generation Eero and Eero beacons support tri-band, with more range and twice the speed to let you do more with your Wi-Fi. And with an Eero Plus subscription, Eero can check the sites that you visit against a database of millions of known threats to protect your home from malicious and unwanted content without slowing anything down. Some of our staff here at LMG use Eero at home, and they say it's super easy to set up, and not all of them are that smart. So visit Eero.com/Techlinked and enter Techlinked at checkout to get $100 whole off the Eero base unit and 2 beacons package, and a year of Eero Plus. Check them out today at the link below. And now, on to the quickest of bits. If you're planning to take an Uber anytime soon, be sure you're respectful to your driver, as a new policy from the rideshare company could kick users off the service if their rating is too low. This will probably look similar to how drivers can also be deactivated if their rating is too low, so make sure not to puke in the back seat after a heavy, hard night out. Hey man, there's no advertising allowed on Wikipedia, unless you count those banners asking for donations, but that didn't deter the North Face from trying to put some subtle ads on the website anyway. The company replaced some photos on Wikipedia with substitutions featuring product placement after working with an ad agency. Funnily enough, the North Face made a video showing what it did and claiming it collaborated with Wikipedia, which turned out to not be true, as Wikipedia pulled the images as soon as it found out. I guess maybe don't try to scam a system and then brag about it? Maybe? I really hope Mark Zuckerberg doesn't have plans to vacation up here in Canada, as if he attempts to enter the country, he's going to be summoned to appear before the Canadian Parliament, before a committee on how big data is affecting democratic systems. It wouldn't be the first time old Zuck has been asked to appear before a legislative body, so if he doesn't want to deal with it, I guess he'll just have to settle for knockoff American poutine. P-O-O-teen. A couple of new Pokemon mobile games should be on their way to your phone. The first, called Pokemon Masters, allows you to fight alongside older school trainers from the game series for a little nostalgia trip and is due out later this year. The other one is a gamification of sleep, of all things. The Pokemon Sleep app will reward you with new characters for Pokemon Go by keeping track of how much time you've spent snoozing. Sleep should be out next year in case you needed one more excuse to stay in bed late on those weekend mornings. It's a Snorlax-focused game. And if you thought Marvel would stop milking that Avengers cash cow anytime soon, guess again, because Square Enix will be unveiling its Avengers video game at E3 in less than 2 weeks' time. The game is being developed by Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics, and you can check with the trailer right now if you still haven't spent enough time staring at a screen full of America's ass. I mean superheroes. That's it for today, so come back on Friday and end your week with a little more Techlinked. We won't even charge you $10 for a bucket of popcorn. We won't provide popcorn. BOYPC.